Hey guys, what's up and welcome to today's video. We are going to be diving into all things Alter Ego. It has been a while since I have reviewed anything new from the brand on my channel. If you have watched any of my videos before, or if you are new here, I am a huge fan of the brand. They make fantastic, like A+ dupe palettes for some very high-end, very popular eyeshadow palettes. Now they have expanded their brand as well. They have some liquid lipsticks, they have some false lashes, they have an eyeshadow base, and they even have some eyeshadow brushes as well. And I have all of that in front of me, the complete collection, so we'll be talking about that as well. I am super excited. So with all that being said, enough chit chat, let's just go ahead and jump into it and let's play with some of these amazing new products from Alter Ego. But I do want to start with the eyeshadow palette. If you want to support your girl and you want to support this channel, I do have an affiliate code with Alter Ego. If you use code Crystal, just my name, Krystal at checkout, it will save you 10% on your entire order. It'll save you a little money and it also helps me out as well. Obviously, if you don't feel comfortable or you don't want to use an affiliate code, no problem. Head over to the website. A deal that is always available to you, whether you use my code or not, is if you spend $25, you get free shipping on your order. Just some discount and savings for you if you are interested in trying anything that we are about to talk about today. But like I said, we're going to talk about this eyeshadow palette first. Now, overall, I was pretty impressed with the swatches. I would say what impressed me most with this palette swatch-wise was the metallic shades. To me, I feel like they stepped it up another notch. I feel like the more palettes they come out with, the more the formula just gets better and better and better. And I was already impressed with their formula. This palette is made up of mostly metallic shades. I believe that there really are only a handful of mattes in here, but if you own any of their other palettes, some of the more matte prominent palettes, obviously they are interchangeable with this one as well, but you do have all the shades that you need in here matte wise to really truly create an entire look. So that's nice as well. But if you are someone who just really likes metallic shades, then you will absolutely love this palette. Now, one other thing I want to comment on is the packaging. This palette feels weighted and extremely similar to the TATI Beauty palette. It is very heavy. This feels luxurious. By no means does it seem like cheap packaging at all. On the back of the palette, you're going to see all the shade names, and all of the shade names are also listed on the inside of the palette, which for someone like me, when you're doing tutorials, I love. So thumbs up there. And then last but not least, you have a very high quality, stunning full-size mirror on the inside. This is a really good mirror. So we are going to create a look together using this palette. I do have their 8-piece eye brush collection in front of me as well. So we are going to start off with the number 1 brush. I'm going to take this shade right here, Entice, and I'm going to lay that down all over the lids as my transition shade. I'm going to put that into the crease. Now, I did prime my eyes with their eyeshadow base. The eyeshadow base is very similar to the Urban Decay primer potion. It's kind of like the same exact thing. It is actually a bit smoother even. So if you don't love the Urban Decay primer potion, I think that you would actually really enjoy this one. So I'm gonna build that shade up using that same brush in the crease. So this is blending out nicely. It's actually working better, I'll be honest. It's working better than I thought it would because, like I said, I wasn't totally blown away by the swatches of the matte shades, but that's why I always say I don't base eyeshadows off of swatches. I take it into consideration. I forgot, I need to zoom you guys in. It is so hot in my filming space right now. I'm sitting on like one of those cheapy plastic fold-out chairs. I have a desk chair. Why have I not put it together yet? The world may never know. I've had it for like 3 months. It's literally sitting in my living room in a box, being an eyesore, and for some reason I decide to continue to sit on this chair and let my ass and thighs get sweaty and stick to it. I don't know why I do that to myself. So I think that that looks really nice. Blended beautifully, perfect transition shade. I think I am now going to go ahead and go in with, let's see, what kind of a look do I want to do? I think I'm going to take this deeper shade right here. This is almost like a satin shade. This is the shade Quiver. Ugh, I hate that word, quiver. That's nasty. I don't know why I don't like that. I'm gonna stick with that same #1 brush, and I'm gonna put that on the outer part of the eye, kind of into the crease, just to kind of build everything up. And I'm just following the natural shape of my eye. I think I'm gonna do something a little bit more neutral on the lids, and then I think I'm gonna do something more colorful, like use some of the blues or the teals or the greens, something like that on the lower lash line. This is blending out beautifully. This shade has like no kick up. It's really interesting. During quarantine, I have like developed full on like adult acne-ish. I say acne-ish because like I don't have it like all over my cheeks or anything like that, but I am constantly breaking out all around my mouth and it is driving me nuts. I've done a little bit of research and I know that can be from hormones, which is very possible. I'm in my 30s and hormones be changing a lot when you're in your 30s. Comment down below if you can relate, and it's just kind of been a struggle. My retinols are even not doing as much as they used to, really to prevent it. Like right now I've got one just brewing right here, popped one over here, there. Oh, it's been a struggle bus. I don't know what it is. I get super insecure about my skin when I have acne. I'm gonna go ahead and deepen up those outer corners just a bit. I'm gonna dip into the shade Lure right here, and I am going to continue to stick with the same brush. This #1 brush from the set is one of those brushes where I feel like I could literally create an entire look using just the one brush. It just fits perfectly. It's ever so slightly tapered off and it just blends shadow just effortlessly. It's beautiful. Now, what do I want to put on the center of the lid? Do I want to do more of a pop of color? I think I do. I think I'm going to take this shade right here, Stealth. It's like a really deep emerald green. I'm just going to take that on my finger. I'll show you guys. I always like to show you. Focus. There we go. And I think I'm going to put that in the center of the lid. I always like emerald green shades with like neutral browns. I think it just looks gorgeous together. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not loving how this is going with my finger. So I'm going to take this #5 brush from Alto Ego. I feel like this shade might be pressed just a little bit too stiff. Just a little bit too stiff. And I'm going to spray it with some Fix Plus to see if that helps. Sometimes you have to use different tools for different shadows. Oh yeah, that is much better. So I would say with this particular shade, I would definitely suggest using a dampened flat shader brush. You're gonna have a lot more success. Sometimes in the middle of an eyeshadow look, I'm like, this looks crazy. Is it actually going to turn out? You kind of have to wait until the finished product is there. I think I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here, Pursuit. I'm going to try that on the finger. I'm going to top that kind of right on top of it to see if I can kind of kick it up a notch. That just made it like next level. Yeah, I don't love that shade Stealth. I'm a little bit disappointed by that one. I feel like that one could have been a lot better. I feel like it's too hard pressed, but this one is going on gorgeously. I look crazy right now. We need to get something all over the lid. I think all over the lid, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, Provoke. I think that looks really pretty. Am I pointing at it? Yes. This shade right here. Take my finger. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the center of the lid. And I'm going to blend it into that green shade. That one is gorgeous as well. God, I forgot how much I hate doing finger shadow when I have nails on. Even nails that are short like these. These are pretty short. It just kind of makes it a little bit difficult. I think that that looks really pretty together. We do need to deepen up that outer portion of the eye again, so I'm going to dip back into that shade Lure. Just looks a little bit too choppy, and I want it to look a little bit more seamless. All right, let's get to work on that lower lash, and I'm going to take this tiny flat detail shader brush. This is #6 from the collection, and I think I'm going to start off with the shade Quiver. I hate it. I don't know why I hate it so much. It's just the grossest sounding word. Ew. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if there are words that gross you out too. Like quiver, the M word, I'm not even gonna say it. It's freaking disgusting. I haven't noticed any fallout either on my eyes. I should mention that. I noticed a tiny bit from that first green shade. What was that? The shade Stealth, the one that kind of disappointed me. Just a little bit, but nothing too bad. Brush is really nice for working with the lower lash line because it's detailed enough and it doesn't spread stuff just like crazy all over the under eyes. It just works perfectly. Now I'm going to dip into the shade Lure. It's that darker brown, and I'm going to keep that closer to the lower lash line. Just keep blending. Now I'm going to take the number 8 brush and I'm going to dip into this bright shade right here, Obscure, and I'm going to use that to highlight the inner corners. That is super vibrant and metallic as well without even getting my brush damp or anything. Wow, that is glowing. And now that I'm looking closer at my eyes, I do notice a little bit more of that fallout from that initial green shade. I don't love that green shade. Stealth, I'm disappointed in you, Stealth. All the other shades that I tried worked beautifully, but that one just really disappointed me. Thank God for Pursuit, the shade that I put on top of it, because that one truly saved the day. So I'm gonna pop some black liner. I'm gonna take from Tarte. This is from their Sugar Rush line. It's a black liner called Easy on the Eyes. And I'm just gonna put that in the waterline. It's like the blackest liner ever. It is so good. Like, look at that. That is the best black liner. I'm gonna tight line with that as well. I think lashes are gonna look really pretty with this look. All right, let's talk about some of the falsies. Now, I don't know which set I want to use. I have to be careful because false lashes can close my eyes off quite quickly because I do have almond shaped eyes. I think I want to go for these wispy ones right here. These are kind of just gentle and soft. These are in the style of Posh. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on and I will be right back because it'll probably take me a while because, like I said, I don't apply falsies very much, so I will be right back. All right, you guys, so this is the completed eye look with lashes. I did change my mind and decided to use the style Amour instead. I was like, I'm gonna go big or go home. I'm gonna use the cat eye look. It does help open my eyes a bit more. I'm still gonna be honest with you guys. I don't love the look of false lashes. I think that they have their place and it has nothing to do with Alter Ego as a brand. I just don't love false lashes. I feel like they're a pain in the ass to apply. I'm not good at it. I have tried so many different glues and I have tried so many different times that just personally, I just prefer a good mascara. But I will say, if you do like lashes, these are pretty easy to apply. They're nice. They came fitted pretty well. I didn't really have to trim a whole lot off the edges or anything. I just used some of the Duo glue and they went on pretty effortlessly. The band is clear and a little bit flimsy and thin. I'm weird for someone who is a beginner with lashes. I don't want to say beginner, someone who just isn't experienced with lashes. I do typically prefer a more stiff band. I feel like they're just a little bit easier to apply. I feel like I can just kind of go plop them on my lid with some glue that's tacky and they just kind of sit in place. I don't have to fidget with them as much, but other people kind of like more of like the Ardell lashes where the band is a little bit more flimsy, flexible, sometimes that clear band, but everyone has their preferences. But I mean, they look beautiful. This is obviously a lot more bold than what I would typically go for, but I think it looks great with the look. And again, not to sound like a broken record, if you're looking to try some new lashes, these are only $5. Definitely worth giving them a shot. Last but not least, let's talk about the lipsticks. I did swatch them all for you. This is a beautiful formula. Like I said, I'm wearing it right now. It doesn't dry out your lips. That is the number one thing that I look for with a liquid lipstick. I also look for how does it wear and how easy is it to remove. If you've got a good makeup remover or a cleansing balm, these do wipe right off with ease. They wear beautifully and they are extremely long wearing. And I do have to say, I love the collection of shades. I feel like every single shade here could be used by any skin tone. Any skin tone. There is something here for the most fair of skin all the way up to the most deep of skin. I think that these are universal, they're gorgeous, and they are perfect, especially for fall. The shades just align beautifully for the fall time. Obviously the eye brush collection, A+, I have been using these for several months. I think they're fantastic. They're some of the best synthetic brushes that I have ever used. They're up there with Sigma, with the way that they blend, the way that they feel, just overall how they perform and blend out shadows. They work effortlessly. So if you're in the market for an eyeshadow set that makes it very easy, self-explanatory, doesn't overwhelm you, or if you feel like you don't know which eye brushes to choose, this is a great collection to kind of get you there and get you started. It is fantastic and you can create any look at all using the brushes that come in this collection. The eyeshadow base It's fantastic. It's a dupe for the Urban Decay Primer Potion. If you don't want to spend the big bucks on that, pick this one up. It works just as well, looks great, and it really does hold your shadows in place and keeps them looking vibrant. The eyeshadow palette, I think overall is pretty good so far with first impressions. I was only disappointed by the one shade. You can make it work. Again, the tip is take a flat shader brush, dip into some of the shadow, and then get it damp. I think that if you're using it all over the lid, it's gonna work a lot better for you. I didn't love the shade, I'll be completely honest, but every other shade that I dipped into, Entice was fantastic, Quiver was fantastic, Lure was fantastic, Obscure was fantastic, and then Provoke was awesome as well. So out of all of the shades that I tried in here, only one I didn't love. I think that overall, it's worth checking out again for the price. It's a fantastic dupe, and I think that you guys would really enjoy it. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think about this. Is there anything in this collection that you want to pick up, or anything that I showed you guys that you're interested in trying? Have you tried Alter Ego before? What is your favorite item from the brand that you have tried? Again, if you like anything that you see here, be sure to use code Crystal at checkout if you want to save 10% on your entire order. And then again, free shipping over $25. I love you guys so much. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it, share it, and of course, please be sure to subscribe to my channel before you go if you want to see more from me. I love you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.